So we need to have a conversation. And I think our conversations needs to be surrounded about the church body itself, the Christian church. The church itself is changing. And I don't believe that a lot of people are happy with it. The white church is changing. The black church is changing. The church itself, Christians are changing. And I believe that a lot of people who don't agree with those changes are lashing out. For example, you have the monks who are walking. The church is attacking them. Certain members in Georgia, certain churches, they're attacking them. All they were doing is walking for peace. You have people in the church who are now talking about stopping their live stream because they are getting people not coming into the church, and also they're getting complicated messages that people don't understand their culture. The church is changing. The church is now becoming more of a concert hall to certain churches. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people want to go back to the traditional ways. There's also people dressing differently. You know, the whole debacle about Dr. Bryan and her dress. So the church itself is changing. That's the conversation that needs to have. We need to have that conversation. Are we okay with the change? And if we're not okay with the change, why aren't we okay? Because people do evolve. Society changes. I remember there was a time that women couldn't even drive. I remember there was a time that women couldn't hold certain positions. Now they can. Evolution. Society has changed. And the church is changing. So if you're looking for that more traditional aspect, you have churches that believe in that. You have other churches who don't believe in more of the traditional aspect. I just want people to understand that your decision to go to church, that's your decision. Church is a voluntary situation. I know a lot of people feel like God done called me to this church. Listen, you can determine where you want to go because you have the power of choice. But I do believe that the conversation needs to be had that the church is evolving. And are people okay with the evolution? Do you feel that the evolution of the church is going in the proper direction? Or do you feel that it is changing in the right direction? That conversation needs to happen. So we can eat and talk and chew gum and have various of opinions. And that's why you have so many different churches, so you can choose from what you want to choose from. And that's completely okay. I think part of our issue is we want to, and this is just my opinion, that the Christian church has such a white supremacy mentality that says it has to be done this way, right? And I think now when we're seeing people come in very different ways, we get upset about it. But I thought we believed in a big God. And if we believed in a big God, why are we trying to box God into this little square? But that's just my opinion. But I do believe that we need to have that conversation. And I hope you have that conversation amongst yourselves, that there is an evolution evolving. I remember when Walter Hawkins or the Hawkins families came out with Oh Happy Day. The Christian church lost their mind. Oh Happy Day. They lost their mind. And now look at music today in the church. So everything is evolving, and it's the old heads who are wanting to hold on to tradition. And then it's the new heads who are trying to push their progressive values. Both can be right, but we still need to have that conversation. So let me know what you think.